Right, Harilimo, determine, write down the equations of the asymptotes of f. We have that 4.1.2. Determine y-intercept of f. For y-intercept, x equals to 0. Y equals 2 divided by 0 minus 1. Y-intercept for y-intercept x is 0. Maths error. Anything divided by 0, the answer is maths error. So come on, you no x-intercept. Sorry, no y-intercept. Come on, graph here on high intercept the y-axis. Because for y-intercept x is 0. And immediately when the denominator becomes 0, it's maths error. Can I calculate? Come on, graph here on how I intercept the x-axis, the y-axis. I touch next. And again another way to go about 4.1.2 y-intercept here 4.1.3. Sketch f on a Cartesian plane. Show all the intercepts with the axis. Determine the y-intercept of f. Y-intercept here is now how do you draw a graph? X-intercept and y-intercept. So I do what x-intercept. X-intercept y is 0. Automatically 0 is 2 over x minus 1. 1 equals 2 over x. You will multiply both sides by x. You will find x equals 2. It's like 100. Right. So I can draw that function. I don't have a problem. This is x. This is y. Kinala asymptote x is 0. X is 0 guy along this line. So this line becomes the asymptote because asymptote x is vertical. My horizontal asymptote is minus 1. Here. I don't have any y-intercept, but can x intercept here 2. Suppose here. Right. So Ishwa graph when a is positive, first quadrant. It will approach this line but never touch. It will also approach this line but never touch it because Kiona asymptote how x. X is 0 guy along the y-axis. And then what else do I have? Another piece. Hagina piece this is my hyperbola. When the value of a is positive, first quadrant, third quadrant. I can try and find the coordinates. I can draw a table of values. Graph. X, y. Rinke negative 2, rinke negative 1, rinke 0, rinke 1, rinke 2. Let's just substitute it there. To send to speak of Ferrica. Automatically 2 divided by negative 2, which is negative 1. Negative 1 is negative 2. Automatically negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. When you plug in 0, it's error. Because when the denominator is 0, the whole thing is unsolvable. When we plug in 1, automatically 2 minus 1, which is minus 1. When you plug in 2, automatically 1 minus 1, which is 0. So how will I show the point is it? Ha x is minus 2. Harere minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Harere 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha x is minus 2, y is minus 2. Harere minus 2, kienamo. So come on to ha x is minus 1, y is minus 2. So come on to point ki. Why bo? Babata we bona that point. When the point is about you can't just draw something at random. They also want to see some few points on this side. Some few points. something that is worthy of noting. Ha x ile minus 1, y ke minus 3. So my x man ko kae? Sorry man, minus 2. Harere minus 2 yena imo. Because this is a point that must lie here as is. Ha x ile minus 2, y ke minus 2. I'm sorry, here na mo. Ha x ile minus 1, y ke minus 3. Ha ka minus 3 ke minus 1 minus 3. It has to be a point is somewhere more. Remember, those points must lie on that line. Ha x ile 0, y ke error. Kama ntsomang ha I intersect the y axis. So kama ntsomang the y axis becomes your vertical asymptote. Kia ne re tjho. Ha x ile 1, y ke negative 1. Ha x ile 1. Ha x ile 1, y ke negative 1. Right, ha x ile 1, y ke negative 1. Ha x ile 2, y ke 0 ke pointing. Ha x ile 2, y ke 0. And then we are done. Baba ka bona some few points ka mona they are very much satisfied even if una le point 1. Ya x intersect. But kamo, you can't just throw any rough piece graph. They want to see some few points. That's how you will get that total mark ya 3. That total mark ya 3. Baba ka bona ro bitse x axis, bitse y axis, baba ka bona shape, baba ka bona interval. Whether your interval is na, and then you are fine. Got this graphical representation. You are very much fine. Right. Area 4.2. The diagram shows the graph of g at x. We have that diagram. But unfortunately, this is your x and this is your y. And this is what we have. Okay. Renally intersection. Alright, straight line. Combination of two functions. On a point of intersection here, t between 0 and 8. This is the graph of g, and this is the graph of f. On a r mona, on a s mona with the coordinates 2 and 0. On a the origin, on a that's all. The diagram shows the graph of g at x equals minus 2x squared. So remember the function that this is g at x equals minus 2x squared plus 8. Wanewale f at x le mx plus c. Now, ke a tseba ntwe ke parabola. Ha coefficient ya a ile negative ya frauna, it translates to 8 units upwards. We dealt with this, the basic fundamental of this graph. Right, write down the range of g. 1 mark. 4.2.1. Range of g at x. And I know that the range are the values of y. Now, g at x is parabola. Now, range are the values of y. I can see that my graph continues going down. I'm looking at the values of y. Remember, state a range but domain negative going to positive. So, okay, negative infinity. Y is at this open bracket. I get infinity value e is to 8. And 8 I feel like very important. I feel 8. Get range your values of y. 1 mark. Okay, 4.2.2. More 4.2.2. Write down the coordinates of r. I know because in Tweki mother graph, kama ntuamang ekatile the graph equally piso ya kamani, ekatile equally piso takamo. If kamo hutwamona oyamona ili 2. Ukwamona oyalema nintsele guy 2. So coordinates r k minus 2 is to 0. Fundamental basic things. Very basic stuff. Ki 1 mark. Ki 1 mark. 4.2.3. Use the graph to determine the values of x for which f at x is less than g at x. We can look at that where the graph of f is below the graph of g. Now f ke kae mo graph e leng ka tlasa graph e. Ke a bona mo hore graph e ka tlasa graph e. E ka tlase kapa e ka hodimo? Mo graph e ka tlase kapa e ka hodimo? Values of x. The values tsa x mo di kgolo kapa di nyane ho value tsa x mo? Di nyane values tsa x because in negative ke a tseba any negative value e kgolo e nyane. Negative value ya mo se ka lebala ke -2. So -2 e kgolo ho maybe -3, -4, -5 again. Hey yeah. Jona we Jehovah. E kgolo -2 ho -3, -4, -5. Hey, e kgolo. Right. So ke kae mo? Ha re share because the value tsa x mo di nyane, the value tsa x mo di kgolo. Ka mantswe a mang because di kgolo re reng re graph e ka hodimo kapa graph e ka fatshe. Ha re shebe mo simple. Graph e ka hodimo ho graph e kapa e ka fatshe? Graph e ho tloha mo ya mo e ka hodimo ho graph e kapa e ka fatshe? Why re ka hodimo? It's because the values mo tsa y di kgolo again, even the value tsa x. But have a share not even the values tsa x, but because we work out values tsa x. If we look at this, I can see the graph here e ka hodimo again. Graph ena mona e ka fatshe again. Mona graph e ka fatshe kapa e ka hodimo? E ka hodimo. Mara nna ke batla mo graph ya f e leng ka tlasa graph ya g. Di ka tlase kae? Mo. Ke ena ho tloha mona ho fihlela mo. Graph ena ya f e ka tlasa graph ya g. Ho tloha mona ya mana again. Now ha re shebe di value mo. Ke from -2 to 0. X must be greater than -2. Values are greater than -2 ke tse feng? Ke tse -1 and so on again. Di kgolo ho -2 until kae 0. Now the question is good. Why ke sa kenye equal mo? How to where the graph is less or equal? We tlo fela where the graph is less again. So that is why ke etsang the inequality tse. So ka mantswe a mang x must be greater than -2 ke tsane, x must be less than 0. Again, the graph of f is below the graph of g. Are we fine? Megan. All right. Ya ba e fedile exam ya lona. Fedile exam. Ya ba exam e fedile.